What is up, everybody? Truth Seeker here. I'm actually pretty amazed. I found a old backup of one of my videos, and so a lot of people didn't understand what I was talking about when I was telling them about the tunnels that they were building. And this is long ago, when before I even had an actual big YouTube channel or anything. So I remember a long time ago the Jason A videos with the strange trumpets in the sky and weird booms and all that stuff. People never understood anything, and I literally did some researching on it, and I figured out it was actually tunnel boring. They're building these giant tunnel networks, these highway cities.
Underground super highways that go to underground bases, and they're not just here in the United States, but they're across the whole entire world.
Goes all the way to Washington, D.C., huh? Goes all the way to Washington, D.C.
I don't know.
Yeah, you Homeland Security?
No.
Yeah. How far have you taken this down to, how far have you actually ran a load? 100 miles? Up to Maine? No shit. How many miles do you think that is? Man, that's unbelievable. Not to mention, I heard there's one that goes all the way to Colorado, right? Unbelievable. What do you think you're hauling? Any idea? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Crack makes all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
You don't really know.
Yeah. I know there's been a lot of military stuff being hauled around lately, that's for sure, huh?
Yeah, we deliver to military.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. 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 Well, I appreciate I heard that's water supply, food supply, everything's in there. Yeah, unbelievable.
You don't get no cell phone service.
No. Peace, brother. I mean, basically, you got an underground roadway system here that runs all the way to Maine, to Washington, D.C., to Colorado. It's fully stocked. It runs completely underground. And you can see they've been hauling tons of military equipment. They're stocking all these bases. Now, the other thing is the railroad system here is also very strategic. They're bringing in boxcar loads, and they're dump shipping here, and they can really deliver to all these locations, which these locations go all the way to Area 51. These locations go all the way to Washington, D.C. There's access underneath the White House to this location, okay? So this is a strategic location, which is really the new command center for the Illuminati and the United States government. Well, forget the United States government. This is a headquarters for the Illuminati. This is where they'll ship most of their supplies. When they go underground, they can stay underground for quite some time.
Yeah, it's a shitty picture there, but that's a Sam's truck. It's actually a Sam's truck right there. But a lot of people, I remember when this video came out with the tunnels, or CERN. You guys remember the crazy shit going on at CERN? Let me find it. There it is right there. You guys remember this stuff, right? This crazy, I warn you. Crazy stuff right here. Everyone was going, what is all of this about? This is all about the new world, guys. The new world. All this opens up to the elites in 2030. And they've been building this for 20-something fucking years. Maybe even longer, I don't know. But this is, you know, how long I've been tracing this shit. This is what they're actually celebrating in this. People that's in the audience, these ain't your daily neighbors that you actually see on the streets and grocery stores or anything. Each one of those people could probably buy a country if they wanted to. I don't know. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it must be just some kind of satanic play or something like that." No, they're literally celebrating everything that I've been trying to expose. But yeah, this is literally what's been going on.
And this is stocked with food, water, everything they need. It's an underground city. So this is the north entrance, and we're gonna go see if we can do some more digging.
Now, they've been closing down a lot of Walmarts in a lot of different places, and they all say it's due because of plumbing problems. But we all know it's a lie.
Listen how young I sound.
Now, they tried to say the military wasn't behind any of this, but we kind of understand it may not be our military, but it is a military, and it's the United Nations. As you can see, they've been actually planning and training for a day to actually take over, actually start martial law. And this isn't the first time anybody's ever reported on it, but I bet you not too many people even really know about this.
And there's smoke coming from it. Foot wide and approximately 12 inches deep hole in her front yard. She says that it seems to be some sort of a tunnel and there's smoke coming from it.
Okay.
Tunnel and there's smoke coming from it. Foot wide and approximately 12 inches deep hole in her front yard. She says that it seems to be some sort of a tunnel and there's smoke coming from it.
Okay.
They've been secretly building these tunnels for the last 20 years that I know of.
Now, 30 years.
And they celebrate it. Now, I want you to pay attention to the sound that the drill actually makes when it's spinning.
people talking about this, a loud noise. Emergencies calls, all this in Dodge County. People wondering, what was it?
Yeah, what caused this boom? Was it a force of nature or a different kind of force?
What's this sound?
There's no doubt about it. Those sounds are exactly identical.
Got here. doing that for a solid 2 hours now. No, what the hell that noise is?
It's funny how it's always inside jokes and we just supposed to be so stupid we would never catch on. It's too bad we're all smarter than what they thought we was. This is a map that got leaked out, and it's a tunnel net that's throughout Denver. And the crazy part about this map is a lot of people thought this was a recent map just because it said 90 down here. But this map was actually made in the 70s, as you can see with the postmark right up here. A pretty big clue about when this was thought about, right? This has been a plan for a very long time. It's funny because when you compare this map to the Walmart location map, you see the tunnel system actually has an exact line of Walmarts right there. Now, we're not saying that there's a tunnel under every single Walmart, but we're pretty sure that this may be the way that they gain the cover for how and where they build this stuff in remote areas, or at least try to get as far away from where civilization lives as possible. And it's funny is every single town where a Walmart has closed down is also the same town that's reporting these strange sounds people are hearing in the skies.
Tonight, a story about a nice place they're calling a boom town, jokingly. The problem is it's not funny. The good people in one town in Wisconsin would right now give anything to find out what's making that noise. Their story tonight from NBC's Kevin Tibbles.
In what used to be sleepy Clintonville, Wisconsin, something's going boom in the night.
It was almost like someone took a wrecking ball to the side of the house.
Problem is, no one in this town of 4,600 west of Green Bay seems to know what it is.
I thought a car was coming through my house. It was that loud.
For 3 nights running, residents have been shaken and awakened. All these dots represent 365 residents reporting booms.
There's like some noises after. I don't know what the hell it is.
There's some weird banging going on, and our whole house is shaking.
While it's a serious situation, I think that, in fairness to our citizens, people are trying to have a little bit of fun with it.
And the Twitter sphere reverberated. What are the booms in Clintonville, Wisconsin? I had no idea they were filming the Tremors remake in Clintonville, Wisconsin.
Bert, they're under the ground!
This may sound familiar. In the 1990 sci-fi spoof Tremors, underground aliens shake up a small town in Nevada, 2,000 miles from Clintonville, Wisconsin.
No Richter scale can measure it. No scientist can explain it.
Scientists do seem to know what it isn't. It's not an earthquake, or underground explosion, or exploding gas, or electrical problem, or even burping sewer system. And not a frost quake caused by unseasonably warm temperatures. So far, experts are stumped as to what it is.
Their whole lives are being disrupted by this, and we don't have a good answer for them.
So tonight, the mystery continues as to why Clintonville has become Boomtown, USA.
They started talking about how they were putting fences around them and making them into federal camps. And people were hearing booming noises right before they did that at the one in Ohio. And I've been living in Blythewood here for the last year now, and I've been hearing booming noises. And that's been kind of frightening me because when I heard one of the videos in the Ohio one saying that they heard booming noises, that showed that they were talking about building underground places. And there's been so many of these Walmarts being closed down and turned into these federal facilities and closed off. And when they take a Walmart from a town, that this is the only store that these people have to get everything from. There's only one other grocery store that's in this town. So why would you close down a grocery store that everybody, all these old people get their medicine from? That just says a lot. And I kind of feel like it's because we're a bunch of country folks out here, so we're not going to put a big old protest. And a lot of the people, when I talk to them out here, a lot of them don't know about Jade Helm. And they're not familiarized with a lot of the stuff. A lot of people say it's conspiracy theory stuff, but if you go to these other Walmarts and then you see what they're doing out in the West Coast, why is the federal government buying all this property out in the West Coast? The West Coast is one who's been fussing and fussing about it, and the East Coast just has been blind to it. And the media is truly being blind to it.
To the federal, you think it has a federal government connection? Well, or you're just concerned it might?
Well, with the fact that I've been hearing booming noises in this area for the last 6 months, I'm scared. And with the fact that it being a store that's in a community where it's the only store that people grocery shop at, there's only one other grocery store here, Philo. That's it. They don't have no other grocery stores here. Why would you close a store that has significant amount of customers? You can't go here any day without this parking lot being full.
Also counting the fact that there used to be a lot of other stores there before they built this. And that Walmart kind of ran them out of business, and now all of a sudden they're taking it away from people. They closed down all the businesses, and now they want to shut down that one. Amazing, isn't it?
And so you can't tell me that this is not a lucrative store. It's definitely a lucrative store. So why would they be selling it or closing it down? I mean, there's just no way. And
your answer to that question is?
I feel the federal government's taking over stuff. I really truly feel, and that's the only reason why. That's my only reason why this store would have to close down, is something to do with the federal government. They used the plumbing on some of those Walmarts in the past, and that hit the big media that some of them were closed just because of plumbing reasons. And none of them closed down over plumbing reasons. They all stayed closed, and they all ended up turning into some type of secretive things with fences around them.
How'd you find this place? Joshua? Hey, wait. What? How did you learn how to talk? Joshua?